Welcome to Freaky Fauna Friday, where every Friday we take a little time and explore some of the freaks of nature from around the planet we cherish so deeply. So please, jump aboard and let's explore the wilds together.
Oh, yes, we're back, and it's Friday.
I'm not relaxed, but it is Friday. I'm the great Mr. E.
Hey, you're not very peaceful today.
You've aggravated me severely.
You're the chair Nazi, Mr. E, today.
No, I like nice audio quality, and I only get to record once in the next 3 weeks, so I'm trying to make it a good day.
And I'm relaxed and nice audio quality Jay.
So today's freak of nature has a little bit of a temper, too.
Fitting.
Electrophorus electricus.
Also known as...
The Electrophorus electricus.
Yeah, but no one knows those Latin terms.
The electric eel, which is not an eel.
Oh.
Do you know that?
I think you may have told me this.
They're a knife fish. And they're not the only electric knife fish. We may talk about the other ones later.
But electric knife fish sounds like a cooler name. Like if I was a band, I would want to be called electric knife fish, not electric eel.
It's because they're the biggest knife fish, and they have a really elongated body compared to other knife fish.
Okay.
Like they're round like a hot dog.
Yeah.
A lot of knife fish are flat.
Like a knife?
Like a knife. Yeah. I mean, that's why they're called knife fish. Electric eel is a knife fish, and it's closely related to catfish and carp in other eel families.
Ooh, like the electric catfish.
Yes. The electric fish can generate up to 800 volts of electricity. Let's talk about these guys. The electric eel has a slender snake-like body with a flattened head. Its thick, scaleless skin is generally dark gray to brown. Its underside is a light orange-yellow. Similar to other eel-shaped fish, the electric eel lacks any pelvic fins. It has a small or reduced caudal fin, which is the tail, and also lacks a dorsal fin. Instead, it has one elongated anal fin that helps it maneuver through the water, where it can swim forward, backwards, and hover in search of prey. These guys are found pretty much everywhere in the Amazon. We'll talk about that. But pretty much you're looking for slow, muddy waters. They like low, like little water. They like slow flow. And they can be dry. During the droughts and stuff, you can have like 30 or 40 of these guys in a mud pond in a field.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cows.
Water like receded?
Yeah, when Jeremy Wade was walking through, they're like, yeah, they're in pastures.
Yeah.
And cows will walk through this mud pile and they'll just
drop
die.
Dead?
Yeah. They have specialized electrical organs. The main electrical organ, the hunter's organ, and the scatch's organ make up 80% of the fish's body mass.
That's a lot.
So they're pretty much just they're electric producing organs.
Organs, yeah. It makes up 80% of their body mass?
Yeah. So one is used for producing, one's used for storing.
Like a battery?
Yeah.
So one's like...
Think of an electric car. How
like
much of their weight is just that battery?
I imagine it's a lot. I don't know for sure.
It's most.
So it's like a capacitor, and then you're... with a battery, I guess, attached to it. I don't know, or a motor. I don't know.
So the remaining vital organs are tightly packed in the interior, in the front part of the fish's body. So like literally almost everything it has is like right behind the head.
Right, okay. Oh, easy to take out then. Cut its head off.
You just got to get it first.
Right, yeah.
The electric organ creates a strong and a weak electrical charges, which are utilized for defense, hunting, communication, and navigation. So they're constantly putting off electrical charges.
Right.
Most of the time it feels like a little static.
Like feeling out the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they actually use this for talking, which we'll come back to. Strong electrical charges can be extremely exhaustive for the fish. Its strongest electrical pulse are produced in the main electrical organ, as well as the 2/3 of the hunter's organ. The remainder of the hunter's organ and the scatch's organ produce a weaker electrical charge that's kind of used for communication, feeling, and stuff like that. These guys get big. How big do you think an electric eel gets?
The one I seen at the zoo was probably like 3.5, 4 feet long.
It's pretty big, right?
It's pretty big.
Fish. These guys can be up to 8 to 9 feet long.
Oh, that's pretty big too.
And their ability to generate electricity goes up dramatically with size.
So, okay. So the bigger they are, the harder they shock.
Yeah, the harder they definitely hit. These species are widely distributed across South America. Its range spans across Brazil, the Ganges, Suriname, Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador. They like pools, streams, flooded forests in the Amazon and the Orinoco rainforest. They prefer living in the side channels, but they can be found further inland in the bigger waters.
Can they live in like our environment, in our climate?
They would die in the winter.
Even if
they're definitely a tropical fish.
Okay, even they can't go under like the frozen ice and be.
Oh
fine.
no, they'd go into tonic immobility. Basically, they couldn't function at that cold of a temperature.
Okay, and that would kill them. They wouldn't like come back when they got warm.
Yeah, they wouldn't survive.
Okay.
During the rainy season, the waters reconnecting lakes and ponds and flooded forests. Juvenile electric eels disperse and expand into new territories. The waters recede in the dry season. Large groups of these fish became isolated in pools and smaller streams that remain. So if you happen to wander across a mud puddle that has a bunch of fish in it, and you're like, how are birds and stuff not eating all these fish?
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason.
So yeah, it's electric.
It's because
there.
there's a generator laying in the bottom of it, an angry generator. The waters in these areas are poorly oxygenated, but electric eels are specifically adapted to thrive in these environments. They are obligate air breathers, like our friend the bowfin. Which means they're surface for air periodically. They pretty much are always breathing air. Their mouths are heavily vacuumized with folds that increase the surface area, allowing them to breathe in air rather than trying to meet with respiratory needs through the gills in warm anaerobic water. Through the dry season, electric eels also are at greater risk of predators such as large mammals that hunt them outside of the shallow waters they inhabit. Because of their little space to retreat, these fish are often forced to defend themselves. Yeah, have you seen the video of the electric eel killing a caiman?
I don't think so.
A big caiman. A guy was basically fishing for. He caught an electric eel. He's pulling it on a hand line. Caiman juts out to grab the fish he caught.
Oh no!
It's an electric eel.
Yeah.
And the caiman freezes, and you just see its eyes start rolling, and this eel's just shaking, frying this thing, and the caiman's dead. They will kill you.
Yeah.
Their bodies aren't very strong though, because it's almost all just electrical making organ. They don't have a lot of meat.
80%.
The average lifespan, this is one of those facts you're going to hold on to forever. I can already tell.
I'm latched onto that one.
The average lifespan of the electric eel in the wild is still very unknown. In human care, the males typically live to be up to 15 years, and females generally live to be over 20.
Okay, so the females live longer.
Mm-hmm. Communication, that's one of the freaky facts besides the electrical pulsing. Electric eels communicate through low electrical organ discharge. This produces a pulse. And the duration of the pulse is much shorter than the time and the lapse between each pulse. The frequencies at which weaker electrical pulses are produced varies between males and females as well as across individuals. So they each have accents for male and female, and they have accents for each individual.
Yeah, like Southern accents?
More as in their signatures to their electrical pulses.
I know you meant.
Electric eels can detect these signals and intercept information from the other individual in the water. They can even convey information about sex and sexual reproductivity, which is important during the breeding season. So, cool thing, electric eels can kill themselves with electricity.
Yeah.
Very easily.
Okay.
You ever looked at electric eels' eyes? They're milky. They actually have like almost a rubber-like layer over their entire body. The little white pores on the side is where the electricity pulse comes out of.
Okay.
Their mouth has to be closed. If their mouth is open, it'll kill them. So think, how can an electric eel shock in a pit full of other electric eels and not kill everybody?
Well, if it's...
He tells everybody.
Oh, hey, I'm about to zap.
I'm about to discharge. Yeah. And, I mean, it's how they can stay safe. But for years, we couldn't figure it out because we have watched two electric eels in like captivity killing each other very easily.
Yeah.
They also use it for display. Two males will kind of face off with each other and just hit each other with the biggest pulses they can produce. And it still can hurt and maybe not kill them if they're in that kind of state. Adult electric eels. So let's talk about food and habitat. Adult electric eels are generous carnivores eating fish, crustaceans, insects, small invertebrates, amphibians, reptiles, mammals. Juveniles primarily feed on insects. Newly hatched electric eels will eat remaining unhatched eggs.
Okay.
So pretty much their first eel is the first meal is their siblings.
Wonderful way to start your life.
In addition to defense, electric eels make their shocking power to hunt. In the dark, murky waters that they habit, prey can be very difficult to spot. So basically, the electric eel's way is just get as close as possible and then just fire.
Zap. So they're not actively biting things and then shocking them.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're getting close. They use their electrical organs to sense the electrical pulses of other animals. They get close and they just go boom, and then they're dead. And then they scoop them up.
Then they eat. All right.
They're very much like catfish besides electricity.
Be an easy way to hunt.
Eggs. Female, they don't have a lot of eggs for a species of this size.
Oh, so they give egg birth, not live birth.
Yep.
Okay.
Female electric eels lay between 1,200 and 1,700 eggs during the dry season. Males construct a nest made of saliva and guard the larva until the raining season begins. This parental care may be the result of increased food competition and potential for predators during the dry season. More research in the reproductive cycle of the behaviors of electric eels is needed to determine exactly how spawning takes place. Some researchers propose that spawning occurs in successive batches throughout the dry season, while other accounts document that all eggs are deposited at once. So basically, that I'll redefine that is the female dropping all of her eggs at one time in the beginning of the drying season, and the male is guarding a mucus nest, or is she given 500 here, 500 there throughout the whole dry season?
Spreading them out.
We really don't know because they're very hard to study when they produce enough electricity to kill you very fast.
Now, do these guys, they don't reproduce in the Sargasso?
Right? No, they're not eels.
Because they're not eels. Yeah. Okay.
They're knife fish. They're fully freshwater.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. No ocean at all.
Yeah, right. The name eel is misleading.
Right, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not an eel. They're kind of related to eels, as in like catfish are related to eels and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But not very closely.
Gotcha.
They just happen to kind of co-evolve to look like that. And if you look at most other knife fish, they don't look like eels.
Right, they look like knife fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just happen to be. I think they've gotten so big, and this organ takes up so much of their body.
80%. Did you know that?
No, thank you.
80%.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Do they live in Tennessee?
They probably. I'm gonna say they probably couldn't because Tennessee is famous for having like cold waters.
I guess so. Yeah.
But maybe Arkansas. I bet you if you threw them in a slough in Arkansas, they'd probably have a ball.
I bet you they would. Maybe we should do it.
I wouldn't. You know how expensive these things are?
No. Are they expensive?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Getting itty bitty babies is like $100 to $150.
That's not terrible, though. I mean,
but to release a whole bunch of them and hope they survive.
That's expensive. I guess so.
I don't know why all the alligators are dead in this slough.
They're all turned upside down. They didn't even look like nothing bit them.
Yeah, they're all foaming at the mouth for some reason.
Yeah.
No, that's the electric eel. I mean, there some cool facts is there are tribes in the Amazon that hunt them.
Yeah.
Exclusively. Like they are. Like, I don't know if you ever watched the River Monsters episode about the electric eel, but Jeremy Wade thinks there may be, or he suggested there may be a subspecies or a new species of electric eel that hasn't been discovered because they found bodies with burns wrapped around them from electricity.
So it's like wrapping, and then
electric eels can't do that.
Yeah.
Their body, there's not a lot of muscle there. So they can't really turn their body in on itself, let alone once more than let alone 3 or 4 times.
I bet that's not what happened. I bet you it was
a cartel.
Well, no, I'm saying, wait, the body of what?
So a human was found with electrical burns wrapped around him.
So here's what happened. It was a human. He got got by a snake. The snake was wrapped around him. Snake was dragging him to the water to eat him. Once he went in the water, electric eel, bam, zapped the snake. Therefore, the snake zapped the human.
There we go.
The snake let go because it's dead now, and now all there left is the human body with the burns.
My thought is, what if he just fell into like a pit of electric eels?
Or that too.
Because they're not really wrapped around him. They're just like 5 or 6 of them laying on him.
Yeah, and zap.
And they're like the eels are freaking out. Just
they're zapping away until he's dead.
And they can actually pass out from getting too excited.
Like the goats.
Yeah.
Painting goats.
Because, like I said, it takes a lot of energy out of them to discharge that much electricity.
I get it.
So it's, yeah.
It's
anything to
electricity.
add? Any questions further about the electric eel? I know that was a simple one.
Well, yeah, but everyone knows electric eel.
I was going to say, their freaky fact is pretty on the nose, like on the face.
Well, kind of. I think their freaky fact is that they're not eels.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the few animals, I know there's more that exist, but one of the few that have an animal name that's not even that animal.
Here's a cool fact for you. No, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Mantis shrimp. They're not mantis, they're not shrimp.
See, there you go.
Here's a cool fact for you. For a long time, when credit cards first came around in the 90s, like really being used, their eel skin wallets were popular.
Oh, sweet.
And they said that it was unsyncing the credit cards. It was clearing the data on them.
Oh, really?
Because of the electricity in the electric eel skin.
Is that true? That really happened? Oh, okay.
No. So first off, electric eels aren't eels.
Right.
Second off, the eel skin wallets weren't eels either. They were hagfish.
Ah.
Which will be on a Freaky Fauna. They're pretty extreme. Talk about hagfish are bros.
They're ugly, aren't they?
I mean, it's in the eye of the beholder.
That's true. Okay.
I think they're beautiful in the way that they I'm in the bottom of the sea,
Yeah.
and nothing bothers me.
I think that's why they say beauty is in the eye of the beer holder.
No. But no, yeah, electric eels.
Yeah.
What's your wisdom into the weekend?
You know what?
Now that I've calmed down a bit.
Take some time to kick back in a nice, big, relaxing chair.
I'll throw the chair out the window.
Kick your feet up, recline, and just relax this weekend. That's all I got to say. We just got to, sometimes we forget to take time and relax. So slow things down a little bit. If your life's hectic, going crazy, just take a deep breath, kick back, just relax.
I've been the great and peaceful mystery.
And I've been Jay.
All right, guys. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Freaky Fauna Friday. If you want to help the podcast grow, remember to share and give it a 5-star review.